What's up, everyone? My name is Mr. Avila, coming to you from Southern California, here with the next video on pre-algebra. We're going to continue on with some algebra, with some basics of algebra and evaluating algebraic expressions. And if you're watching this video and you are not in my class right now, welcome. Today, you're one of my students. As always, make sure to have a paper and pencil for these lessons as they are interactive. You're supposed to work these out to see if you get them right. And the first thing we're going to do is our warm-up. Here it is. Please use the order of operations to find the value of each of the algebraic expressions below. This is a review of the previous lesson, so please write these down, pause the video, and when you're ready, move on to see if you have the answers correct. And we're moving on in 3, 2, and 1. Answer to number 1 is 1. Answer to number 2 is 1. Answer to number 3 is 13. Answer to number 4 is 26. Answer to number 5 is 20. Answer to number 6 is 1. Answer to number 7 is 2. Answer to number 8 is 22. Congratulations. And if you're having trouble with this or you were not sure how to start, please go back to our previous lesson. We're continuing on with algebraic expressions, but let's go through some vocabulary first. In the previous lesson, we talked about the difference between the expressions on the left and the expressions on the right. Do you see the difference? Hopefully you notice that there are letters in the expressions on the left. On the right, they only have numbers. Those letters have a special name. Those are called variables. And a variable is a letter that represents an unknown number. And the moment we introduce variables into mathematics, that mathematics is now called algebra. And that gives us the ability to define an algebraic equation. Do you remember what that is? An algebraic equation is a mathematical phrase that contains at least one variable and an equal sign. Like this. This is an algebraic equation that you should be able to solve. You can tell me 6 plus some unknown number is equal to 10. What is that unknown number? Well, hopefully you see that x should equal 4. And you've seen this before. You've probably seen on the internet fun little equations where they have flowers or fruits or little characters or shoes and other stuff. And you try to find out what the value of each one is. Although this last one on the right, that one got me the first time I did it because this guy is holding on to his little straps and he puts on the shoes and you got to figure it out from there. Got me. Then I pointed out in a previous lesson that we couldn't solve this. Why not? Because it's not an equation. We can't relate it to anything else, so we can't find the value for x here. That's called an algebraic expression. That's a mathematical phrase that contains at least one variable, and for sure it can't contain an equal sign or an is greater than sign. Any inequality sign won't work here. Out of these 4 expressions, which ones are algebraic expressions? Hopefully you remember that those were A and D. Why? Because they contain variables. Today's lesson, we're going to go into some algebraic expressions that are a little bit more difficult because we're going to need to use all 4 steps of the order of operations. And we covered those in the first few videos of these pre-algebra lessons, and hopefully you have all of these memorized. Step 1, evaluate all operations in parentheses first. Step 2, evaluate all exponents and roots. Step 3, multiply and divide from left to right. And step 4, add and subtract from left to right. So if we're going to evaluate this algebraic expression, it says m minus n minus 3 all over 6 times, notice here we have a multiplication, 2 times m plus n. And we're going to use m is equal to 4 and n is equal to 3. And if you followed along well in the previous video, you should see what happened in this step. Although it's a complicated expression, all we did was the values for the variables, we replaced them. M was replaced with 4, this m was replaced with 4. Notice that the n is equal to 3, so this n was replaced with 3, and this n was replaced with 3. Everything else was brought down directly. That step in mathematics has a special name. It's called substitution. We have substituted the values of the variables into the expression. And the expression started as algebraic and is now numeric, and now we could apply the order of operations in order to find the value of the expression. Here, because we have a fraction symbol that is used as a grouping symbol here with the 3 minus 3, we're going to subtract there first in this first parentheses. In the second one, we have a multiplication and addition, and we know that multiplication comes first. 3 minus 3, no problem, is 0, and 2 times 4 is 8. Brought down everything else. We have a subtraction and division. According to the order of operation, the division comes in step 3, the subtraction comes in step 4, so we're going to divide next. 0 divided by 6 is 0. And I went ahead and added 8 plus 3, which is 11. 4 minus 0 is 4. And 4 times 11 is 44. The most important part of the lesson for today is the substitution step. You should be able to understand what happened from this first step to the second step. All of this is from previous lessons, which I hope is helping you better your skills at using the order of operations. Your turn. Enough of me doing work. I want to see you do one. Here's an algebraic expression, a little bit complicated there. And I give you the values of the variables. P is equal to 4 and Q is equal to 1. Follow the order of operations to see if you can find the value of this algebraic expressions. First, substitute, and then follow the order of operations. Good luck. I'm crossing my fingers that you're able to do this. I know you can do it. Pause the video, and when you're ready, unpause, and I'll show you what the answer is. Moving on in 3, 2, 1. Are you ready? I hope you're ready. I hope you didn't just keep the video going and didn't pause it. That's not right. You don't learn that way. Congratulations if you got the answer. That's 6. Hope you were able to get 6. If not, let me show you the steps. First, we substituted. The P was replaced with 4, and the Q was replaced with a 1. Following the order of operations, I did everything inside parentheses first. So I subtracted the 4 minus 1 first here. I got 3. Just bring down everything else in order. And 4 divided by 4 becomes 1. Division coming before subtraction. Here I'm going to do this multiplication. 2 times 3 because multiplication comes before subtraction. 6 minus 4 gives me 2. 4 minus 1 gives me 3. And 2 times 3 gives me 6. Congratulations if you got that answer 6. If not, we'll keep practicing. And I'm sure you're going to get better at this. Now, you guys, when I work on these videos, I get exhausted. And I did the following problem, but I was so tired. Can you find the first step where I made a mistake? Let's see if you can find it. Here's my work. There's the expression. You should write this down, copy down the steps, and then try to cross out where I made my first mistake. Look carefully at every step. Pause the video, and when you're ready, I'll show you where the mistake was. Moving on in 3, 2, 1. Did you find it? Did you find the mistake? I hope you did. The mistake happened right there. That 6 was not correct. That 6 right here, that's not correct. 2 to the third power is 2 times 2 times 2. Which is not 6, so that 6 needs to be corrected. Now that you know where the mistake is at, I want you to fix it. I want you to now go do the problem correctly with the correct answer. And when you're ready, move on this video so you can see if you if you're able to evaluate this correctly. And moving on in 3, 2, and 1. Correct answer is 40. If you were to find it, great. If not, please ask for some help. With that, we're going to move on to some practice. Please write down this one question and 8 problems that go along with it for you to practice your ability to evaluate algebraic expressions. Write these down, pause the video, and when you're ready, we'll move on with the answers. And move it on in 3, 2, and 1. Did you do it? Okay. You guys are the champions. Let's see how you did. Here are the answers. Number 1 is that both contain an equal sign, but an algebraic equation has variables, and a numeric equation only has numbers. Number 2 is 5. Number 3 is 8. Number 4 is 1. Number 5 is 7. Number 6 is 1. Number 7 is 51. Number 8 is 18. And number 9 is 3. Again, if you have some questions, reach out. Ask for help. This isn't necessarily, it's not all easy for you. If you need some help, ask for it. That's how we get better at this. Excellent. Great work. Here's an exit slip for you to try. I don't have the answers for this, but this will be for you to practice some more. And again, check with me, ask for some help, and I'll let you know if you're doing this right or wrong. With that, I want to say thank you for watching this video. I appreciate it. If you're in a math class and you need a video on some math topic, feel free to reach out and I'll try to make a video as soon as I can. If you have questions, I'm willing to help. As long as I have time, I'll try to reach out to you guys and answer your questions. With that, again, Thank you for watching this video. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.